Alright, so I'm just gonna rattle off a few things because last night I made a video that basically says that NASCAR is going to die as a result of Brian France publicly endorsing Donald Trump, along with a few drivers that I had respect for. And I just really didn't make a case. I want to make a case this time. Why is Brian France doing this bad? Well, let me tell you this. Brian France, American citizen and voter, has the right to endorse Donald Trump. Brian France, CEO and head of NASCAR, no, I'm sorry, you can't go onto a stage representing the entirety of a brand and endorse someone. You can't do that for anyone in any election. You can't. You cannot represent the entirety of a sport, because what you're doing is representing every driver, every track, every sponsor, every fan, and throwing them underneath the Donald Trump blanket. Now, I am a more informed voter than most people. I've been paying attention for the last over a month, right before Iowa caucus. This is when about a week before that, it was the weekend of the Rolex 24 actually that I started watching this shit. But I've been paying attention. Donald Trump is not as bad as everyone makes him out to be. But no one in America is willing to do the research so that they can come to that conclusion themselves. If Donald Trump's elected president, I don't mind. He's not as bad as everyone thinks. The problem is that common people that are going to tune into NASCAR do not do research like that. They're going to see the name Donald Trump branded to the world of NASCAR, and they're going to think all the racist stuff, all the stuff about Muslims. They're going to think about politics, and that's not what you need, okay? So, you've alienated any non-Trump voter that watches NASCAR. You thought ratings were bad before? Oh boy. What France has done here is effectively alienate the vast majority of his audience. You know, if you're a fan of NASCAR and you've ever admitted that publicly, it's a lot like publicly admitting you're a fan of like Sonic the Hedgehog or WWE, because you're always associated with the stereotypical fan base. If you say you're a Sonic fan, you're automatically associated with like furry pedophiles. If you're a fan of WWE and you admitted that publicly, you do not want to do that. Just don't do that. That's a bad thing. Don't do that. And if you admit you're a fan of NASCAR openly, you're always given the stigma of stupid redneck. Well, thank you, Brian France, for proving everyone that says that correct. Because now, if that stigma was ever decreasing, it's done. That stigma is solidified. So congratulations, Brian France. You've alienated a lot of potential viewers. Yeah. Those young people that you were trying to appeal to with Daytona Day, you've completely alienated them. Congratulations. Now no one's going to watch NASCAR. And I feel like if we're going to bring politics into this shit, then how about we do what FIFA does and democratically elect a new CEO of NASCAR? How about that? And we can make it we can give it a chase format. Once the public committee casts their votes, and then when one of the top three finishing candidates, they move on and their votes are reset to 0. And then they have to win everything all over again. Because, it's only fair and it's only entertaining. I mean, if we're going to make this a race to the presidency, why not do it like that, and make things a little bit more entertaining? That would be quintessential. In conclusion, it's okay, Brian France. It's okay, Ryan Newman. If you're going to endorse a candidate, you do it like Mark Martin did. You do it on Twitter representing yourself. You do not stand in front of a crowd of people. Identify yourself as representing NASCAR. You don't do that. You don't do that. This isn't helping. Atlanta was fantastic. The race was so good. Finish sucked, but the race was so good. All the potential that this season had. Gone. Until I'm proven wrong, NASCAR is over. So basically, that's what I was trying to say last night. I was just caught in a range of emotions that I didn't understand at the time, and I needed to vent. So hopefully, this is a more controlled and logical video on the subject. It's never going to go away, but I hope it does. Death in June, check them out. They make good music.